Hey everybody, welcome back. HSC Podcast. Big Box Steve on the mic. Big Smooth, sporting the Knicks gear, and Fresh Wes. I like when Wes has got the armband on because you know he's serious.
We're not going to go play John McEnroe in tennis after this.
I like to see that because think about it. How old's McEnroe now?
It's got
Wes
to
still
be.
didn't stand a chance though, would you?
Dude, no, I was throwing the football, dude. I can't throw the football anymore. It's so stupid. Like my wrist, like everything just like it just won't do this.
Nothing works
It's like
anymore.
it's like I used to be able to throw the ball, now I can't throw it. There's crap anymore.
Yeah, no, you're definitely McEnroe probably still got a good serve, so you're not even getting a shot back.
Yeah. He's 67.
Yeah, I bet he still is, 100-mile-an-hour ball speed or whatever they measure that on. All right. Well, this is big week. Starting tomorrow, NBA Finals. So we've been tracking the playoffs. Unfortunately, our early pick of OKC and the Knicks didn't pan out, but Knicks still made it. We did talk early about the Spurs, when we were talking at the beginning of the playoffs, and we all kind of agreed. I went back and kind of listened that, the Spurs pretty much had almost as good of a chance as OKC is coming out of the West. Now that we got the matchup, let's talk about the matchup. And Derek, you might as well lead us off. Like how, not just game one, but the series. How does it shape out?
Well, I'm going to get emotional because it's been I've not seen them ever win
The championship.
a championship. The last time they played was 99. Ewing was hurt. They were the eighth seed. And it was a Cinderella story to get there. Then they got whomped. I mean, they went to 5 games, but
It wasn't pretty.
no, if they would have had a healthy Ewing, it would have been a closer series. Then 94, if John Starks makes a few shots, they win it. Probably win an NBA championship then. But I'm just kind of irritated with all these people, like good old Draymond. Draymond is turning into someone that I can't. Oh, the Mariners, Wes.
Julio, home run. Oh,
No, that's okay. We're past that now.
Uh, I just, he's like, oh, the Knicks, they didn't play anyone. The East was easy. And I'm like, okay, so the Spurs, what? They played the Blazers. Blazers are okay. I mean, they're
They're not
okay.
a high caliber playoff team.
No. Then what did they get? The Timberwolves
T Wolves.
with Anthony Edwards was banged up, right?
Yeah, he didn't even play a couple games, right?
Yeah. And then you got OKC, who you missing Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell, and Chet just disappeared. You could say it's Wimby, but it would just look like Chet didn't even want and even try anything.
It was
So,
he was brutal.
no, he
so it's
didn't.
not like the Spurs have this juggernaut playoff schedule either. And the Knicks, okay, they didn't, but no team has ever done what they have done in an 11 game stretch.
Yeah, what was their average win per game? 20.
Like 19 points at every game. Like was it the last two series they won by double digits?
Yeah, then they averaged it out at like 20 points per game
Yeah.
over that 11 game stretch.
Even the game they were down by 22, the first game against Cleveland, they it was mind-boggling. They still won by double digits.
Right, they won by 15, right?
It's like, but that's because it went to overtime. It's like, Jesus, like talk about turning it on, like when you have to.
Yeah, they had a plus 262,
Jeez. That for the whole playoffs or that just that stretch?
just that 11 game stretch. But think about, okay, it would have been a plus 260 because both their losses were by 1 point.
Right.
And
So
yeah, well, just the whole and I get it. Wemby is great, but they're like putting oh, their guys are gonna stop Brunson. Okay, that's what everyone says. Let's see you do it. This is playoff Brunson.
right.
This isn't regular season Brunson, who what in 2024 against the Spurs and Wemby, let me check, scored 61 points against the Spurs. They beat the Spurs in the whatever the cup. So it's not like they're like super overmatched against the Spurs. It's going to be a good series, I think.
How many games and who wins?
Well, I'm going Knicks. Um, let's see here. I'm going Knicks in 6.
Yeah, they. I I would say if 7 games, no. Like you don't want to go back to San Antonio tied up, finish it off at the Garden. You know,
Yeah.
you got 3 games at the Garden.
You
You
got to
should win all
split.
3.
You got to
Well,
split
I
one and
gotta
two, right?
see. I gotta
You got to
see.
split the first. You got to split one of the first 2 games, which they can. You win 2 at the Garden. You you basically San Antonio will probably win 5, and you win 6, or you got to split. You know, you got to split. You got to win like 2 in San Antonio, which I think is possible. Um,
I gotta
yeah,
see what the attendance is gonna be like because the Knicks have gone into Cleveland, went into Philadelphia, went into Atlanta, and took over those arenas.
yeah.
And I showed you it. I bet you it's cheaper to fly to San Antonio and buy tickets to the game than it is to go and see the game in New York.
Right. Talk about the game tickets for a second. And that's obviously average. You're talking about they're throwing in all of the high price tickets.
No, that one I showed you was the cheapest ticket.
The cheapest ticket.
The cheapest ticket for the Knicks game 3 is 42.47.
Wow. That's insane. How are you paying $4,000 to go to a Knicks game?
Because it might be the first time they win a championship in 56 years or 53 years.
Yeah.
1973. That was Super Bowl 7, by the way. 1973. We're
Yeah, but
on
who was the
six.
who
We're
was
on
the
60
MVP,
now.
Wes?
61.
Who was Super Bowl MVP?
Um, Jake Scott,
Like
the
who knows?
safety for the Dolphins.
Yeah, who even knows who Jake Scott is? Come on.
He had 200. He had 2 interceptions in the game.
So,
Oh,
what do you
so
think, Wes?
for here you go for game 1 of the Spurs. For game 1, the cheapest ticket is $690.
Jeez.
Oh God.
So think about that. If you're a Knicks fan, you can be like, I could fly to San Antonio, stay in a hotel, and go to a Spurs game, the
Yeah.
Spurs game, for cheaper than staying at home and going to the Knicks game in Madison Square Garden.
So you're thinking the Knicks are going to flood San Antonio with fans and kind of take away the home court?
Well, I don't know. That's why I got to see. They did it to Philly. They did it to Cleveland. They did it to Atlanta. They did it all 3 there. Now I'm not saying it's different for Philly and Cleveland because they were already down
Yeah.
2-0.
Yeah, and this is the finals in San Antonio. They're a basketball
Yeah.
city. Um, Wes, what's your thought on the series? Do you have the Knicks? You have the Spurs? How many games?
I'm taking the Knicks in 6, as well. I just think that the way the Knicks have been playing, it's like they're just, I I'm guilty of just talking about how teams should, run plays and, have a style. Like the Jazz had the pick and roll, the Bulls had the triangle, the Sonics had let's just throw it up and alley oop it to Kemp. Like I'm talking about old school basketball here. They're just out there playing basketball. It's like guys like running at the park. Like everybody's contributing. There's such great two-way play from Bridges and Hart. Um, Everyone's just playing within their role, and when they need it in crunch time, Brunson's there. Brunson's clutch. Um, I am concerned that what the Spurs are going to try to do is they're going to put Castle on Brunson.
Well, of course.
And Castle did pretty well as SGA in the mid tier of that series. Really frustrated him.
But he had help though. They were double teaming a lot with helping him too.
Yeah, I mean their defense. I mean, I just think that you might see if I'm the Knicks, I'm looking at their roster right now, and honestly, everybody should play in the series. I don't care who it is. Who is Ariel? Who's their center? Like their third string center.
Oh
He
yeah,
should be in there.
Yeah,
You are there. You have 6 fouls to give.
Good point.
And you got 2 elbows, and you have this is the finals. This is the biggest series these guys are going to play. You put everybody out there. I don't care if he's on one leg. You just get on Wemby and tire him out. I think eventually, as the series wanes, you're going to get, even though they don't, Mitchell Robinson, they're saying, oh, he's always, they don't really have a true center to play. I don't care. Put a body on him. Mitchell Robinson is not Chet. Okay. And Hardenstein's great, but he's still not Mitchell Robinson. It's going to have to be a team game defensively, and I think they need to get up and down the court. Don't play a half court game with the Spurs. They're gonna shred you. They got too many shooters. You got Harper. You got Fox that can create. I mean, you just saw what they did to OKC. And if Chet would have given them something, they still might have won that game. Chet gave them nothing. Chet didn't even try. He couldn't even get a rebound. It was mind-boggling. I was like, why are you even out there?
They should just put him on the bench.
Just go home. No, don't go on the bench. Just go home.
Just go home.
He wasn't even trying to get shots up.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I like so the two-way playing is a big thing in the series, right? Because you're going to have Castle. He's going to be playing a lot of defense, but you still need him on the offensive side because you need Vassell and Castle. It's funny that they rhyme, but you need them both to be two-way players, and they're not as consistent as you'd like those two to be, as if you were comparing them to OG or Hart or Bridges in that group. I think you have to control Wemby, like you said. You got to foul him. You got to keep him out of the paint. You make him earn everything. He's going to get his. He's going to go for 24 and 13 and hit his averages, and he's going to get those points. But you make him earn it at the free throw line, physically earn it, and you keep him out of the paint as much as you can, and make the other guys get the rebounds. Play defense.
You're just kind of hoping that Fox doesn't. Fox to me is the X factor.
He is the X factor.
Is because he's not just a 3-point shooter. He can create. He can hit the mid range. He can get to the basket. He's creative. He's going to be the one that I don't know what kind of philosophy they're going to come at him with or what they should do, but you don't want him going off. Then you got to roll. Then you double. They're going to kick it. They're going to hit threes. I mean, listen, this is going to be a battle. This is not going to be easy for the Knicks to pull this off. But the way they've been playing, their 3-point shooting has been, let's just lights out. And And they're getting in transition too. I mean, they were just shredding, the Sixers and the Cavs in fast break points. You get some turnovers too, you know. So
It's a lot stronger defensive team, right? Obviously, the Spurs for them versus what their last two, especially,
yeah,
right? The Cavs and the 76ers. Atlanta's a little better on defense, but they haven't faced a defense like San Antonio yet in the playoffs. Doesn't mean they don't know how to handle it. It's game plan for me. If the Knicks come out and execute their plan, I don't see why they can't beat the Spurs. If they get out of game plan or they start shooting too many threes and relying on it, I think they could get in trouble. Brunson's gonna have good games, like playoff Brunson. You're right there. He comes to play. He's gonna get assists. He's gonna get points. He's got to get to the line though. He's got to get Castle in foul trouble. He's got to force like De'Aaron Fox to guard him, so that slows De'Aaron Fox down on offense as well.
yeah,
And then what the Spurs come out like, what's their game, right? They have to stretch on defense. They have to get to the 3-point shooters, get hands in the face, and not commit too many fouls and really just force New York to the perimeter and say beat us with the three ball, which they can, but it's still you're talking about the lowest percentage shot in basketball when you're talking about the 3-pointer. So that would be my Spurs plan. This and Derek will be mad if I jinx them. I think they can win in five. Um, I think they could sweep, and that's a saying a lot because here's the thing: everybody talking about the rest part of this. It's a different kind of rest in basketball, and especially coming into the finals, you come this long playoffs. You actually do want this rest, and the Knicks will come out faster, more energy, stronger. They just have to make their shots, and this is going to be a detriment game one. If San Antonio gets down early in game one and loses game one, that could hurt them through the series, right? That could actually just turn it into a sweep. Game one is the key. If New York comes out, steals game one, they have a chance to take game two, and then who knows how that series ends. I think maybe 5-6 is a real good bet as well.
I think, yeah, I would say that if the Knicks lose a close one, game one, right? They make mistakes. They might be a little rusty, and they adjust and come out game two and just turn it on. Then that sends momentum back to the Garden for game three, and it's going to get in the Spurs' head. Oh, we're going to Madison Square Garden, and they split right down the middle at our house. We better get one there, or we are going to lose in five.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's going to be in their head. So, I think
bottom line, we're all going Knicks.
yeah. Which
doesn't bode well for
we're kind
the
of going
Knicks.
up against. I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people are on taking the Knicks, and I'm like, and they're telling me their reasoning behind it. I go, I get what you're saying, but understand, you better beat them this year, the Spurs this year, because
You're
next
right.
year they're going to be machine.
In the next
It's still not
four
gonna
or
get
5
fair.
years if they stay together.
It's like, oh, let's tweak this, let's tweak that,
Yeah.
let's get another big. Like, come on,
Well,
like
the
it's
bench
not
is going to
gonna be fair.
matter. The bench is going to matter in the series in the sense that they're both fairly deep coming off the bench with some good players. I think the Knicks are a little deeper, which helps. But when you talk about the next three or four, they all both teams have really good three or four in that sense after the starters.
Right. Well, I think the difference is you have what Harper and Johnson off the bench, and they're your scorers off the bench. Where the Knicks is, you don't know which one is
Right.
going to be the guy.
Yeah,
It could be McBride, it could be Shamet, it could be
Alvarado,
Alvarado.
yeah. You got Mitchell Robinson. I mean, but he might start. But typically, him coming off the bench has been great for the Knicks as far as rebounds and in the paint. But you got to put some pressure on Wemby. So I don't even know. And then what's his health status? Like, how is
I mean, it's not like he shoots. It's just his pinky.
okay?
yeah. He's gonna be in a cast or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, he doesn't.
As long as he can dunk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
and
just
block
catches
shot,
alley
that's all
play
he has to do.
defense and swat Wemby and get a body on him. You got to play. There was this thing I said questionable for the NBA Finals. I was like, wait till this goes out in the wires. Everyone's gonna freak out. And all the Knicks podcasters, I was watching them, dude. It was hilarious. They're like, and I was just all I thought it was Youngblood. I was like, come on, dude. Let me tell you about Youngblood, who played in the Super Bowl with a broken leg.
Right.
Like,
And then
Pinky man,
played the Pro Bowl.
strap it up. Let's go.
And then he played the Pro Bowl with the broken leg too.
Oh yeah.
He's like, Super Bowl's not enough. He's like, I'll play again in the Pro Bowl afterwards.
One thing we haven't talked about is how the Knicks have changed their offense to have Cat at the top of the key.
Yeah. I think
which
that's
brings Wemby out. So he's not going to be able to be patrolling the middle as much. And it's going to leave the middle more open because he's not going to be able to go back and block shots because he's going to have to worry. Because Cat, he was hitting like deep threes.
Right.
So you can't leave him alone.
No, he's a great 3-point shooter for a big guy.
Yeah.
And he also passes the ball extremely well, which is why they have him, up there in that position. The guys he passes to have to make the shots, though, right? And then what you're talking about is important. Like, how often are they going to get to the basket? Are they going to be doing, backdoor screens? Are they really going to be focused on pulling the San Antonio defenders back to the paint to guard them?
Yeah.
That's going to be important at the beginning of the game. I think you have to set a tone of you can't just stand at the 3-point line and guard us, right?
Well, that's a good point. And because that Wemby is going to be he's going to be switching. He's going to be off the ball and when he sees like maybe Brunson or Josh Hart, going to the hoop, he's going to want to leave Cat. And Brunson and everybody's got to recognize Cat's going to be open for those threes, and you got to feed him the ball, and he's got to hit those shots. If that becomes the trend in this series, and Cat starts draining threes, that could be another big factor as them, winning this.
Right.
Because if Wemby leaves Cat, says, you know what, I'm going to go to the paint, and he's not going to just pull me out. I'm going to the paint, and I'm going to swat Brunson when he goes in that lane and he does his little floaters. I'm just going to go for that. Brunson's got to recognize, boom, Cat's open, and Cat's got to hit it. And Cat can hit. Cat can catch fire, and that could be the deciding factor of the series. But they got to see that. They can't just go in the lane and Wemby's not there. No, he can get there in 2 steps and block your what.
Yeah, he can get there.
And they can't sit there and say, I'm just going to – the floater crap's not going to work like it did against, the 76ers with the banged-up Embiid. This guy can get from the 3-point line to the basket in like 3 steps. Or 2 with a long arm. Like he's playing Nerf hoop.
He looks like he's playing
in your living room, just swatting people.
So let's talk about game 1 specifically. How does this game go in your guys' minds? San Antonio coming off a big win, right? Win a game 7, but they were in OKC. That means they traveled a little bit. They got back home. At least they get to stay home for this. They get a little bit of rest, but they've had a long series with a tough series with OKC. They were banging up, all of them pretty well. There was a lot of fouls in that series.
Well, and then what? Wasn't it? So Fox is still kind of banged up, right? And Harper,
his hamstring.
Fox looks pretty healthy to me.
But I think the thing is the big thing is also if you take Brunson from last year, he just physically just died, like because he was doing so much usage. This year, it's totally different. He, like in the Cavs series, except for game 1, he just became a facilitator. He didn't even try to look to score. And I think, of course, this is boring, but he's the key. And he basically runs the offense, and he will decide, is it me or is it or I'm going to facilitate? So he's going to have to decide. We're going to see what happens with Castle and like it's just the game of flow. And that's where I think where the Knicks have the advantage is because they are so adaptable to different styles.
Right. Do you think the Spurs come out with that same mentality as game plan as they had with SGA as for Brunson as well?
I don't know because Brunson will just pass it away and get people open. I mean, you can't double team Brunson. It's just he's just gonna. That's what they try. That's what the Cavs tried to do after game one. They're like, oh, let's double team Brunson, and he's like, oh, Bridges. Okay,
Yeah.
Bridges is gonna score a bunch of points. Oh,
It,
Josh Hart. Josh Hart had 26, right?
It worked pretty well for San Antonio against SGA. I mean, he had a lot of assists throughout the series as well. I think he was averaging, 6 to 8
yeah.
a game.
Well, and another thing is that is the thing is, Fox looked pretty good. Looks like that, he's he looked like he's going to be Harper. I mean, he's probably protecting it, but let's just say they're both a little banged up after that seventh game. Honestly, the Spurs only go 7 deep when they're
Right.
coming. When we're talking about scoring, of course, you got Cornette. He had that great block on.
That was ridiculous, actually.
That was ridiculous. That was an awesome play.
What a game changer, too.
Yeah, it
I
was.
hate to agree with the announcer, especially Reggie Miller, but
Yeah,
he's like, when it happened, he's like, that's the difference in the game. I'm
that
like, oh, he's
that
right.
was such a good block. But
He's right.
he's averaging 2.9 points a game. And once you go past Keldon Johnson, who averages 8, no one's scoring. So you have 7 guys that you're basically in the rotation to give you points. And if 2 of them are hurt, that is going to, or if Wemby's tired, that could be, you know, that could really hurt their scoring. And the Knicks, so far, haven't had any problems not scoring.
Yeah, that's
When they're
true.
beating teams like by 50 or almost 60 or scoring 130, 140 points a game. Like,
So here's how I think game one's going to go. I think you're going to have a close first quarter because of that. Everybody's got a lot of energy, hyped for first game. It'll probably be a little sloppy, probably like low 20s. Eventually, through the second quarter, Knicks will build a lead, probably to 4 or 5 by halftime. And then the second half, they're going to extend it out. I think the Knicks win game one by 10. So that's my call. And then Derek's gonna be mad if I jinxed them, but game one, what do you guys got? Who's winning?
Well, I think, like you said, this game one is the Knicks' advantage for having the rest. So I think the Knicks win game one because they're fully rested and tired and can just go full out. And we don't know, like you said, I don't know how Fox is or Harper is and how much strain. If you say if Castle can't guard Brunson and Fox is on him, what is that going to do?
Yeah, it's gonna open Brunson up for a 30-point game. So
yeah, the more I think about that, that does make sense. It's they got the rest. I think in the first half it will seem like the Spurs might have a lead like 4 or 5, and then the second half because I mean the Spurs did go through a battle with OKC. They're banged up. They might be a little tired, and I think the Spurs win. I mean the Knicks win by 6,
nice,
something
yeah.
like that.
Well, hope for Derek's sake, we're right. We're not always we don't always jinx our own team. It's not always. It's just too often. It's why we try to avoid our own teams, right?
I don't have to
Especially if we're
jinx my football team because they've sucked for 10 years. So there's no point of even worrying about that. There's nothing. They're already just in that.
right. So the problem for the Knicks, though, is if Vassell and Champagne hit threes. If they make their threes, the Knicks will be in trouble. If those guys both hit three threes or so and shoot maybe 4 for 8 or 3 for 6 from the 3-point range, that means trouble for the Knicks. So they gotta. It's how they extend their defense on those kick and shoots that San Antonio loves to do. So we'll see how that one goes for them. And one of the big keys, I think, on the Knicks side is yes, Brunson facilitates. He's got to run the show. When he gets double teamed or when he gets to throwing the pass back out to Cat, I think if he hits a couple threes early, but mostly he can hold the ball just for a second to bring the defender off of another player and then get his assist, which he's been really good at throughout the playoffs. So it for me, Cat has to hit some threes, but more about hitting the open guy when he gets the help rotation.
And that's the thing is they've been, like Wes said a little bit ago, so they don't care who, like
Yeah,
whoever
selfish,
scores scores. I
unselfish.
don't care.
Yeah, they're very unselfish in the playoffs, especially. And you've seen that, like guys having different games. And it is about OG's time to step back up and have a big game.
Yeah, I mean he had, well, right before he got injured, he was just on fire, and then he
Uh-huh.
hasn't been the same since.
Yeah, so hopefully he got the rest. He'll come back and have that. So that's our predictions for NBA Finals game one in the series. We'll see how that plays out, hopefully for the Knicks. So a couple bring your own topics. I figured out we would just bring Myles Garrett anyway as one of the topics because it's huge, right? I mean, Myles Garrett to the Rams. One, I mean, geez, getting rid of Jared Verse is tough because he's going to be good for a long time. But you're getting Myles Garrett.
This is why I'm still shaking. Everyone's like, this is such an amazing deal for the Rams, which it is. But you know what's not? Is drafting Ty Simpson. We're going all in.
Right.
But you could have had a player there that could have
Yeah.
Yeah,
helped your
you
team
took him
win in the
really
season.
real early. But did they finalize with Trent McDuffie, or did that go through or not?
Yeah.
For the so you're talking you had Trent McDuffie and Myles Garrett.
Right. Well, yeah, of course it's finalized because the Chiefs drafted in the draft.
Oh, right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're already done. So those are two big additions though for the Rams defensively. It's almost like they looked at Seattle and said, "Man, they had that great defense, and we can't let them out defense us."
Well, then who knows about Aaron Donald maybe coming back?
Yeah,
Dude,
they showed him working out. He's in pretty good shape. He probably
he's a
will come back
beast,
now.
man. He could play when he's 70.
But I mean, if I'm him, I'm like, sweet. I got Myles Garrett, so they're not going to be doubling me as much.
Right.
Yeah.
But it does feel like they kind of said, we don't want Seattle to beat us with defense.
Yeah.
We're gonna step our defensive game up. But they gave up. I don't think it's a great deal for the Rams. I think it's an even deal, honestly. I think the Rams got help right now with one of the best players in the league. And then Cleveland got an amazing talent that's going to be good for a long, long time and draft pick. So good deal for both teams, I think.
I saw something where someone was like, the 49ers should call the Browns about trading for Verse so that Verse could play against the Rams in week one.
So what do you guys think? I mean, even trade, bad trade. What are your thoughts on the actual trade?
I mean, it works for both teams because it is. It's Jared Verse is could be upper echelon. He's on his trajectory. The draft pick is going to be late first, so the other
Right.
pick. I mean, you're the Browns. It's almost like it was like the Raiders with Max Crosby. You got what, and in essence, it's the same thing because Verse is a first round pick, so it's like you're getting two firsts
Yeah.
for Myles Garrett. You kind of have to do the deal if you're the Browns because they got nothing.
No, they're
Yeah.
looking for the future. Well, does that put the Rams as the favorite, even though Seattle is defending champs?
I would say so. I mean, those Seahawks barely beat the Rams, right?
Yeah.
And like the Seahawks lost some players.
Yeah, they lost Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big one.
Yeah, if you watched the podcast previously, you know Wes isn't excited about that.
No.
Well, what Kobe Bryant went to the Bears. Then they lose Shaq Woolen, right?
And they still have Sam Darnold as quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. It's Sam Darnold.
Hey, man, he won. He
He
did
didn't
it.
win. Their defense won. But no, I mean he's not horrible, but he's still Sam Darnold.
He's
Come
Sam
on.
Darnold. Sam Darnold will always be Sam Darnold. It's just like that. That was a nice run he had. He didn't make any big here. When everyone says he didn't make any big mistakes, that tells you what kind of quarterback he is.
He didn't make any
I mean,
mistakes.
Brett Favre would make dumb mistakes and sit there and still win playoff games.
Right.
You know, it's like every quarterback. You know, every great quarterback is like, that was pretty dumb, but yeah, I think the Rams are the favorite right now in the NFC just because, yeah, Seattle's lost some players, and I think everyone's kind of in flux. Dude, I mean, look at the Bears' schedule. Like, I would say, hey, the Bears have got a shot here. Okay, let's give them the hardest schedule in the NFL. If it wasn't for that, I'd say the Bears actually have a chance here. You're saying there's a chance.
Bears have a chance.
Oh God, dude, that's a brutal schedule. Yeah, they're coming in. They're coming in hot as a wild card.
Right.
Like I don't know. Like I never want to believe in the Packers, especially with their situation, because they kind of have a situation there right now. But the Rams got to be the favorites right now. Aaron
Right.
Donald's a beast. He just broke the sack record for the Cleveland Browns.
Oh,
Like,
Myles Garrett. Yeah. I mean, you change your whole game plan when you're playing against a guy like Myles Garrett, right?
yeah.
You have to. Otherwise, he'll just cause terror and get 2, 3, 4 sacks a game.
And if they get Aaron Donald, if Aaron Donald comes back, it's like the fearsome foursome again.
If Aaron Donald
It's like
comes back.
fearsome foursome too.
Him and Philip Rivers, right?
Yeah.
But Aaron Donald retired early.
It's
Come
like,
No,
on.
I
hey,
know.
Sam Darnold, hey, look who's across the line of scrimmage.
So good trade. I like it. I think it's great for both teams, and I like the Rams. I think they have a great shot next year. All right, well, we got another fun pick'em topic here coming from the Big Smooth.
Now we're going trivia here.
Oh, trivia. Okay, even better.
The top 10 top points per game in NBA Finals history.
Players,
Yeah,
With
the
total
top,
points per
top
game.
10 players with their best average points per game average.
Right. So Jordan's got to be in there, obviously.
Yep, he's number 2.
Shaq.
Yep, Shaq is number 5.
I mean, you'd think Kobe's in there.
Nope.
No Kobe, huh? Okay. So we got Shaq, Jordan. Oh
Larry
man,
Bird.
Bird.
Nope.
No.
No, this isn't. Elijah one.
Yep. He's
What is he?
8.
There's no like minimum game requirement.
It's over 10 games played.
Okay. Over 10 games.
Um,
This is in history, all of history.
Yep.
I mean, maybe Kareem.
Nope.
Bill Russell.
Nope.
Oh God.
How can none of these guys be in there? Moses Malone.
No.
You mean okay? So okay. Okay, I get it now. All right. Focus. 10 games played. Tim Duncan.
No. Think of okay.
LeBron's got to be in there, right?
Yes, LeBron.
And then Steph's got to be in there.
Yes, Steph Curry. Okay, now one There's only one left from right in the last
Modern era.
this era, yeah. Then everyone else is
Yeah, like Pete
huh?
Maravich
No.
or Jerry West.
Yes, Jerry West is number three.
Dwayne
Oscar
Wade.
Robertson.
No, neither of those. Think of right now, prolific scorers in the past seasons that had like great NBA finals.
Well, I mean, SGA's got to be in there. No, you can play 10 games. Never mind. Um, Jeez.
He played for two different teams in the NBA finals, lost and won.
What do you got, Wes?
I don't know, dude.
All right, give it to us. What is it?
It's just
Well, Kevin Durant,
Oh,
okay.
he's
okay.
number
So
four.
the new ones we got LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. I mean,
That's
Shaq, technically,
yeah. So the
Jordan.
okay, so this one's number 10. He never won an NBA finals, or he never won an NBA championship, but he played in 44 NBA finals games.
44. Barkley?
No, and this is old.
This is old. Yeah. Uh,
No, he didn't play in 44. Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Elgin Baylor.
Elgin Baylor.
oh,
This is
no.
going to be too tough.
And then number one, he only played in 10 NBA finals games, but he averaged 36.3 points in those 10 games.
Oh, Iverson, right?
No,
Moses
No,
Malone?
no,
no, I already guessed him. Is Iverson even on the list?
No.
no,
No, he only played that
I
no,
one
was kidding.
finals.
Five.
he seven. He's in the 70s.
Oh,
Oh,
that's right. You said it was old school. Bernard, no.
oh,
I got nothing.
I don't know. I don't know that
He
one.
had a unique free throw shot.
Rick Barry?
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
Barry.
Barry's number one. And then number
Rick Barry's
six,
number one.
yes, 36.3 points, but it
Jeez.
was 10 games.
Right.
Jordan second with 33.6 and 35 games. Now, number seven, he played a long time ago for the Hawks. Think like all-time greats, but for the Hawks, and think
The
like black and
Hawks.
white.
He's like black and white. Is that the guy that became a coach later?
Lenny Wilkens?
No. We're talking older than Lenny Wilkens. Lenny Wilkens played in like the 70s.
Why? My NBA history is kind of limited to the
Yeah.
50s team on NBA Jam or NBA Live.
He basically, I think he would be rated one of the top power forwards of all time.
There you go.
Bob Pettit.
Bob Pettit, yes.
I don't know this.
He was really good on 2K. That was a pretty tough one.
Well,
Kevin Durant should have been easy. We should have got
yeah.
Kevin Durant. Jerry West is those. But you would think like the Birds and some of those guys would have been on there. How was Bill Russell not on
Well, I mean, it was
Prehistoric.
these guys were averaging over 26 points per game.
there? Yeah. Just not as much scoring back then. But obviously Jerry West was scoring.
Yeah, um so like Kobe was 13th, Bird was 23rd, So Bird averaged 23 points a game. Kobe was 25. Where see because with Russell though he was lots of rebounds,
Yeah, he was a 15 to 20 rebound guy all the time.
and he's not even. I mean, you know what's crazy is Wilt is 52, and I'm like he only averaged 18.6 points a game.
Jeez. They must have been like triple teaming him though. All
Where
right, well let's wrap sports up there. We got the Knicks game tomorrow. Knicks finals we'll be back talking about on the next podcast. See what happens, see if we're right there. But don't forget to stick around. We got movie section coming right back at you.